Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I am very excited to be doing a Katie Jane Hughes Academy makeup look. I'm going to be following one of the tutorials that she posts. Every Friday she posts a KJH Academy look, and then the following Monday she posts everyone's looks following the Friday tutorial. And I've been meaning to do one for quite some time. A lot of you guys have been requesting that I do it. If you don't know who Katie Jane Hughes is, she is a fabulous makeup artist, and she posts so much educational content on Instagram. If you are wanting to learn any amazing, fabulous makeup tips, you absolutely must follow her. She's incredible, and I have learned so much from her over the years that I've been following her, and yeah, just a huge fan. And I actually wanted to create one of her older KJH Academy looks. I will insert the look here of what it is. A very beautiful, you know, this is a very, very simple makeup look. She used a very, very small amount of products, and I kind of love that. She's just such a mixologist. Everything is glowy, very much a makeup style that is right up my alley. So yeah, I did a little bit of switcheroos for a few products that I didn't have. We'll obviously talk about that as we go through, but guys, today KJH Academy coming at you. Let's zoom you in and do some makeup. So I actually wrote down all of the steps that she does as I was watching it. If you want to check it out, she saves all of her KJH Academy looks in her Instagram highlights. So if you ever wanted to go back to a previous week, she has them all saved there. And she also uses what looks to be an amazing website. What was it called? Something like Top Shelf or something. But it's where she lists all of the products that she uses in each look, which is brilliant. I find that so brilliant. If I was like more consistently posting makeup looks on Instagram, or if I didn't have YouTube as my main platform, I would totally do that. But most of my looks I post here on YouTube, and that's what the description box is for. But for Instagram, I thought that was brilliant. So yeah, a few of the products I didn't have and I just switched it out. She used a La Roche-Posay kind of like glowing gel sunscreen, and I thought, well, hello friends, I have my Super Goop Glow Screen, so I'm going to use that as a base. And I also applied my Welletta Skin Food as a base, which is a product that I purchased largely inspired by Katie herself. So many products. Oh my god, even the Tom Ford Shade Illuminate, the Makeup Forever Self-Setting Concealer. Like, there's so many products that I use because of seeing Katie use them so much. Like, she's such an influence on my makeup purchases. And I've actually met her. She came to Toronto once with Aveeno. She was doing a masterclass, and at that time I had filmed. Oh my god, guys, you know what? It was a great video. I really liked the makeup look, and I had learned a lot of fun tips that I showed in that video. I can't remember the title of it, like top tips for makeup artists or something. I'm gonna link the video here and I'll link it below, but that was from attending her masterclass. I attended a NARS masterclass, and yeah, good video, good memes. I haven't watched that one in a long time. I need to go back and revisit it. How many of you have been here since that video? Let me know in the comments down below. Okay, so next I'm gonna take the Makeup Forever Self-Setting Concealer. I have this one in the shade 30, and she just used that under her eyes. She put quite a bit under here. And then it looks, she didn't actually say which brush she was using, but I'm going to take her number 8 brush. This is a brush she uses a lot of the time, and it looked like she just blended this all underneath the eye and onto the eyelid. So I'm just going to do the same. She kind of used this as a base. She used a shade much lighter than the shade that I have to really like brighten up that under eye. For sure. Sorry, this chair is like squeaking so much, you guys. If you can hear it, I promise you I am not tooting, okay? So she just blended this out all under the eye, onto the eyelid as a nice base. And I love her approach to skin so much. It's always like less is more, light and dewy, doing the absolute maximum that you possibly can with the least amount of products. And yeah, everything's always a very, very natural finish. So she does that under the eyes, and then she loves the Glossier Stretch Concealer, and uses, and even in this actual KJH Academy, she talks about how she loves to use this like a tinted moisturizer. So she just takes her brush and uses that kind of all over the face as a tinted moisturizer. And you know, I don't often use like a small brush like this to apply products onto the skin. She also has, like, you have to also recognize when people have like perfect skin. It's kind of hard to compare it. Like, I do have a lot of discoloration. It's really blown out in the cameras. I have a lot of redness, patches of redness. I have a lot of texture. Like, Katie definitely has beautiful, flawless, very smooth, like not like literally it looks like glass. So, you know, I take everything with a grain of salt. Like, I definitely appreciate coverage when I need it, but it's also about like embracing your natural skin, you know, letting your skin breathe and just letting that naturalness shine through. So doing this, like using a smaller brush, kind of allows you to use less. You're more likely to be blending it out more. And then you're also more likely to just kind of apply it to the areas that you actually need it in. For me, I just like to apply it all over for sure. But yeah, it's definitely not a way that I would have used the Glossier Stretch Concealer normally, but yeah, I like it. It worked really well. That was really pretty and also very easy and fast to do. Then she takes the L'Oreal, sorry, what is this called? Infallible Fresh Wear Foundation in a powder. She's been using this a lot lately and I like it. And she didn't actually show it in this particular one, but she's shown it before where she sets the eye area with the powder beforehand just to make sure that it's all nice and ready and prepped for shadows. So I'm just taking a little bit of this powder on her number 8 brush and setting in that eye area. Whoop. All nice and prepped, perfect. And then she played with some DANESSA MYRICKS. She actually used the shade Creme Brulee for this particular look. I don't have Creme Brulee, but I do have Latte, which looks to be like a very, very similar shade, maybe even a touch darker. So I also have the shade Coffee Cake. So I might just like do a little mixing of these two colors to kind of get a similar look to the color that she has there. So I'm just gonna take a little bit. I probably shouldn't do this in the palm of my hand. I really need a little palette, honestly. Some kind of mixing table of some kind, but I'm just gonna mix these two. And yeah, I think adding a little bit of that will make it maybe, yeah, a little bit more of a similar feel. And then she takes this with a flat shader brush and is basically just a one product wonder on the eyes. And she starts by taking the flat side and she traces all along the lash line, which I don't know if she actually just switched it up later, but you end up covering the entire lid. But I'm gonna do it the KJH way. So she traces the lash line. This is such a pretty color. God, DANESSA MYRICKS, honestly. You can do no wrong, my sweet woman. And then just basically follows the lower lash line to the brow. I don't know how far to go. Maybe like just above the crease. And then just do. So like I can see like my crease is right there. So I want to go just above it so that when my eyes are open, you can still see the product on my eyes. Just before that sets, I am going to take a brush and clean that up. My skin is feeling very, very juicy and hydrated right now. So I don't even feel like I need to apply anything onto the brush to clean that up. But yeah, so when my eye is open, I'm basically just gonna try and bring this, like even on hers, you can see it's a little bit rounded out. I'm just gonna follow that line right above my crease. And then I can go in and like perfect it later, but that's the general shape that we're working with. And then I'm just gonna fill it in. So I just want to go around and kind of clean up this little area. It's an extra wrinkly area for me on my eyelid, so I'm just trying to like stretch my eye open and just try my best to straighten it up. You can take a clean brush like she did and just go over. Yeah, just trying to make it as smooth as possible. I feel like hers is definitely a little bit more lifted. Mine I kind of make it pointing down a little bit. We could have definitely had a little bit more lift here. Is it too late to try it? Is it too late now to say sorry? Just taking a Q-tip and kind of like guiding the line up a little bit more. I can try to drag it out a little bit just to give it an overall more lifted look. Because mine was looking a little sad. What's nice with these DANESSA MYRICKS color fixes is that they do set, like these are a matte finish, but you can always fix it. It's not like cemented down, you know? I just use my spit, sorry if that's gross to anyone. There, that's a little bit more lifted like. I feel like a superwoman. So yeah, you can see how much it's set in my hand. Like so much of it has dried up. I'm gonna have to probably mix another little amount of it. I'm just gonna add a little bit of Fix Plus in there to just wet it up a bit. And so then the hardest part for me is trying to get the same shape on the other side. So I'm going to hold my breath while I do that, and we'll see you on the other side. Wow, just like magic. I tried to make them even, okay? If we need to touch it up later, we can. I feel like this is a little... We've done a solid attempt. Let's go back to the face. Katie Jane Hughes, Tom Ford Shade and Illuminate. Her masterclass was when I first decided to bite the bullet and pick this up. And look at the amount of love it's had since then, this thing. She also used the Hermes blush brush with this, which I thought was interesting. It wouldn't have been my first choice for applying this, but I love that, and I had it from a recent PR package. Bless, thank you, Hermes. So I wanted to try it with that today and see what happens. Wow. She like pulls down when she applies the bronzer, which is interesting. I always go up, but that's totally against like the hairs and things on my cheeks and whatnot. I need to start holding my hairs back because they always get in the way. Like her brush strokes, I couldn't get that word. The brush strokes are downwards on her face. And then, I mean, she goes back and forth, but to start, she like brushes it down, which I thought was interesting. I didn't expect to like this brush for this, but it honestly, it's like really buffing it out. It's kind of because it's like such a, I don't know how to describe it, but just the actual shape of it is kind of doing all the work for you, which is interesting. Putting some on my forehead as well. I'm also going to take a little bit of this Tom Ford Shade and Illuminate just on my nose as well. It's so funny, sometimes when I do this in the camera, it looks like such a harsh, intense line. And it never looks like that in real life. Like I'll go and take selfies and it'll be completely fine. I stare at myself in this mirror and I'm like, it just doesn't look as harsh as it sometimes does. Like in the camera, it looks like I do not blend this out. And I know that sometimes I don't blend out under my lip, okay? But for whatever reason, like, it's because I have these two knobbly bones on my nose. Like, it just picks up the light in a very weird way. I've had some pretty tragic photo moments because of that, you know, and that's obviously really accentuated by applying a dark product onto it. But I just want to let you know, I can see that. I know sometimes I don't see under my lip, but... Anyway, if the nose contour looks crazy, I promise you it's much more normal in real life. Okay, then she uses a Tower 28 blush. I was so shocked that I didn't have Happy Hour. Literally, Happy Hour was the one blush I didn't have. So I decided to use Magic Hour instead. Lovely, lovely Tower 28 blushes. And it looks like she's just got, it's like a really soft, light beige, light pink moment going on. And I'm just gonna use this Hermes brush as well. And just basically apply that on top of where we had the Tom Ford Shade and Illuminate. She has a very like diagonal feel to her blush application. Like it very much follows the cheekbone up. She doesn't bring the blush too far into the center. And then she goes back in with concealer. She actually takes a NARS concealer. I have the shade Canal, which I don't know, it's a little bit deep. Like it's darker than the base products that I've put on my face already. So I'm actually just gonna use the Glossier Stretch Concealer to touch up. But she touches up under the eye, makes it nice and blended out in this area. And then I think I'm gonna take a little bit of this and just touch up right here as well, because that's where I get very red. And so I just like to make sure it's extra brightened under here once we apply our bronzer and contour. And then she goes back in with the L'Oreal powder and sets her face in. And I like what she said in this particular tutorial actually. She was like, I like to powder anywhere that could be mistaken for a sweat. And I was like, that is a good way of putting it. Even like not oily, not shiny, just like if you were sweating. So for me, like I get super sweaty on my upper lip, like this area. And then I don't want to look too crazy shiny underneath the eye here. I also want to set in that concealer. I'll put a little bit on the nose. Wow, this powder is really nice. I need to play with it more. I need to get a better understanding for it. Yeah, and I mean, with the base products that we use, like, we're so glowy, you don't even really need highlight, which is crazy. All right, so that's the base. Looking so glowy. A true Katie Jane Hughes base, absolutely stunning. She's the queen of glow. For her lips, she used a Top Secret compilation. So I'm going to try just to recreate the same feel for the lip, I'm going to use my Victoria Beckham 02 lip pencil. And then I'm going to take the L'Oreal Color Shine in the shade 900 Glossy Fawn, a lovely light beige. Because she applied like a more pink lip at first, and then after the fact she switched and kind of made it a little bit more beige. So I thought this would be a nice like beige combo to go with this. Also, love these so much. All right, mascara, she used LANCOME Lash Iddle, and she actually focused a lot of this on the lower lashes as well. So I'm gonna apply a generous amount. Oh my God, the chair, sorry, the chair is just wanting to be heard, my God. Yeah, I'm gonna put a generous coating of this on the upper and the lower lashes. For the record, I do not like this mascara for the lower lashes. I should have just done my MAC one. Ah! All right, and once you apply the mascara, this look, is complete. All right, pals and gals, this is the finished look. What do you think of this makeup? Would you wear an eyeshadow like this outside? I think this would be very much reserved for like an event makeup for me, but as far as the base goes, what a beautiful mixture of products. I'm like blown away by how fabulously flawless the skin looks. And I should never be surprised by that. She is truly the queen of glow, and I love to watch and see which products she mixes together. And this was such a beautiful combo. I cannot believe how nicely the Glossier Stretch Concealer blended out all over the face. The L'Oreal powder, you best believe I'm gonna be keeping this combination out for the summer. A super nice light dewy base, like great. My skin's a little sticky for sure. I'm feeling some stick. My hair is all sticking into my face, but I'm sticky anyway in the summertime with my sweat, so who cares? I love how this look turned out. Have you guys tried it? Have you been following along with her KJH Academy looks? Are there any other looks in general that you want me to recreate? Please do let me know in the comments down below. I hope you enjoyed this look, and I'm absolutely excited to keep on playing, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for being here and for watching as always, and I'll see you all very soon for a new Everyday May video, which I can't believe we're on the last weekend of Everyday May. It is absolutely insane. It's been so much fun. I'll see you tomorrow. Thanks so much for watching. Bye!